Alright guys, hello, welcome. We're skipping straight into the game here today because we've started just a little bit early. We're 7 minutes earlier than we normally would be. What that means is the Thunderhead Keep meta is actually live right now. And there's an achievement I need from this still, which is the mine planting. So I'm nipping over. Here you go, look, it's up right now. Look at this. Oof, this looks beautifully planned.
An excellent choice, Commander. Now place them.
It's actually not. So let's see. So we're going to drop these. And we'll see what we can do. Maybe I can do it all on mount back.
Find a good spot for those, Commander.
And I'm aware that the game's probably a little bit loud for you all. So let's just turn that down a tiny bit there.
Find a good spot for those, Commander.
Okay, alright, Kanak, thank you very much. And so we'll plant some of these mines because I've been wanting this for a while. There's actually quite a lot of Thunderhead Keep stuff I'm really excited to do. There's a lot of... I'm in a weird place with the game right now. There you go, don't mind if I do. I'm in a weird place with the game right now where I've got an experience that I've not really had before. By the way, because we're that little bit earlier, I think a lot of NA people are still up.
Do your best to keep your entrails in your body, and so on.
I've just got a ton of Living World stuff to do. I feel like 4 patches have come all at once. Does that make sense? It's kind of a weird feeling, but now that the season's over, and we're kind of in this like happy middle area. I mean, look at this. Look, if I go story journal, I've got like all these to do. I've got 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 all these to do, and I've got a couple of these. This season has just got so many achievements for me to look back at and play, right? And this is the enthusiasm and this is the excitement that I had when I was doing AP of the day, you know, that we'll basically just bring over to this format here, which I am genuinely really keen on. We've just been tied up for the first, 20 or so Guild Wars 2 Master streams, looking more at other varieties of unlocks than just achievements. But those are starting to whittle away, guys. They really are. And we're starting to get access to some of these other things. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I just noticed a couple of minutes before the stream starts, usually, this goes on. So I may as well come grab this and get a couple more of these. Okay, so guild mission today. Yeah, 2 days ago, actually, the day before the raid, I did actually try to solo those. And I did what I could. Somebody also arrived. I'm sorry, I can't remember your character name. There was a single member of one of the spuds that tried to do a bounty, some bounties with me, the triple bounty thing. And we had it, to be honest, but we had Big Miani, which is one of those bounties where you have to press F on lots of things. You have to press F on all these trees. And we had... I can't remember his name. Some other guy in Gendaran Fields, where again you have to press F on lots of things. No, it wasn't Gendaran. It was an ogre. It was press F on lots of rats, and it was press F on lots of trees, and it was really really close, but we just about missed it because with only 2 people, that's a lot of things to press F on, and that's a lot of work to get through. So kind of a shame, but there you have it. So yeah, I do want to do the bounties, and I do want to fix things up a little bit more, and we'll definitely see what we've got. Let's come break this Resorker, I guess, and res these guys. How am I awake? Well, I pretty much passed that. Well, look, I deliberately set myself up. If you go back to Guild Wars 2 Master streams, you'll see an extremely tired me on the stream because I denied myself much of any sleep at all that day, to ensure that I would sleep all the way through the regular day for most British people. And so yesterday with the raid, I woke up at like 3 PM, right? Raid came out at 5, stream started at 5:30. I streamed for 8 hours, but at that point, that's just like a regular day for me. I basically passed the fuck out straight away afterwards. And I've slept 6-7 hours now, and I'm back. So I planned it all out so that I wouldn't really skip a beat. I mean, I kind of did skip a beat because we never did a master stream on the raid day itself, but in exchange for that, you got like an 8-hour stream or whatever it was. So I think it's sort of an okay trade-off. Carlton says, I haven't slept since the raid stream. Help. Really? You haven't? That's interesting to think of, actually. You must be at the end of your day, then. You're going to be going to bed soon. You'll be like all these people. These are all NA people that I'm sure undoubtedly are awake from today. There's no way I'm going to get a tag on this, is there? Oh, maybe I would have if I didn't dive into that iron there. Is he up the hill? So the raptor's going to be a struggle. What we can maybe do is use some shouts. Yeah, and we get a tag via the shouts. That's actually kind of nice. We get, now that we're more acutely aware of how OP 10 target shouts are in the open world on a boom splash build, we might be okay. Did I like the new raid? I watched the stream but missed the final kill. Well, yeah, I mean, I've slept now, so I can think a bit more about it. I do like the new raid. I don't think it's as good as the Mystic Forge raid, and I actually think there's quite a big difference between them. I feel like they went really ham and did really well on the Mystic Forge raid. I feel kind of terrible, though, because if they ever do really good content, I feel like it really is my job to get some awesome videos out of it, because otherwise, you know, there's so many people that don't know how beautiful that Mystic Forge raid is and how awesome it was. Like, it was so cool. It was brilliant music, excellent boss design, fantastic environments to travel through, mechanics were really fun, engine extensions were really interesting, and by that I mean, like, you know, they're giving you new experiences like the floating platform stuff. This new one, it was fun, it was good, and it was pretty, and, you know, it was what you'd expect, but I sort of feel like it was not as good as the Mystic Forge one, I have to say. I think the Mystic Forge one, in terms of raw, like, what I would try to say objective, like, quality, I think the Mystic Forge raid is the best one that they've ever done. My personal favourite and my personal best experience, however, is the Bastion of the Penitent. Just because the story was so on point for that. And I had a pretty... something about the players that I played it with and when I first played it, all these things kind of came together, and it was really, really thrilling on that one. So I was really, really, really up for the Bastion. And so that's my personal highlight, but if I'm trying to be sort of objective about it, I mean, come on. Mystic Forge is incredible. Obviously, hardcore raiders are going to have a different opinion because they're going to say that the Mystic Forge is too easy or whatever, it's not interesting enough. And so they'll probably all say that Wing 5 is the ultimate wing just because it has stuff like Doom CM or whatever. People who do it way too much and are too obsessed with an inferior game type, PvP is the superior one. I throw shit every chance I can get. Look, don't let a World versus World ever tell you that, you know, I'm just salty about World versus World. I'll slap them all down. Unless it's exactly what I'm enjoying at that moment, I'll be a snob about it. Any further thoughts about the end cutscene? No, but here's the other thing about that wing. I really didn't take in the story very much there. I really didn't. I found I have to be honest, the whole, I didn't want to talk about it or point it out because it kind of would drag it down a little bit, but the whole way through that stream I was finding it very, very, very difficult to really invest in the story, and I'm hoping that wasn't too transparent to people. But I mean, if you know me, if you know my content, you probably will have noticed it. Like whenever there were the book things, you know, I'd read them, but I never stopped to really register what the books were saying or think much deeper or really geek out about what a lot of that stuff was. I wish I had, and a big part of me wanted to, but, you know, the people I was playing with, I don't know them. And a lot of them were just chatting away through the cutscenes, and a lot of them were more interested in talking about achievements, and a lot of them... the room was just not right for me to properly sit down. I mean, when we did the Mystic Forge too, it was a little bit more geared that way. People were saying, oh yeah, WP, read the stuff or whatever, but it just felt a bit weird. It felt like a bit of a mismatch, and I just kind of didn't get into the story. On that last cutscene, the first third of that cutscene, I didn't even register what was happening in it, seriously, because 99% of my attention was on muting Discord so that people wouldn't talk over it, turning the volume of the cutscene up so that people could listen to it more clearly, making sure chat was okay, making sure the overlay was fine. I was like 100% focused on that stuff, and about a third of the way through the cutscene, I realized, oh god, you know, I've spent all my focus here on just making sure that's okay. I haven't actually stopped to see what I'm seeing. And then I finally registered what was happening as I realized that the cutscene was going through lots of old locations. And that what happened with that last cutscene there is pretty much what was going on the whole stream for me, really, in that I just wasn't getting into the story that deeply. There were lots of things that I liked the sense of. I was really enjoying the little extra bits of lore, sort of said that the Jin are these really old, really long-lived, ultra at this point bureaucratic people that, you know, have all these practices and procedures and are very hesitant to change the way that they do things. And I love the role of the key in that wing, to be honest, that she's this very seemingly, I mean, what the devs were getting at, especially with that ending dialogue, you can really feel it. It's supposed to feel like she's going to betray you. She sort of feels a bit evil. She feels a bit like Desmina. She's holding things close to her chest. And whenever we've seen that, you know, it's been because someone covets power and they're greedy and they're all these things. And so you're supposed to be mistrustful of her. And the game and the story so far has conditioned you to be mistrustful of characters like this. And that's really fun to indulge in this wing, only for her to genuinely turn out to be good. And the truth is, she's just arrogant. She's just really old, and she's just dismissive of you and your feelings, and she genuinely doesn't think she needs to explain shit to you, because she's just that arrogant. I love that. I think that's very, very fun. I think that's a cool thing for them to have looked at and presented. And ultimately, she is nice, and she is benevolent, and she has got the right idea. And yeah, I think that the fact that the wing plays out that fantasy is really fun too. So there you go, and now there's your answer for just a couple of hundred people or whatever, and you know, over however many people watch this, now however many people watch the VOD, when I should have a video saying that sentiment, and now I'm going to feel sour doing the video later. There you have it. Have I seen the latest that Shaman data mining? Actually, no, and I haven't even really looked at the patch notes. Because literally all I've done is I've slept and now I'm back, and I haven't even looked at the patch notes. So I'll probably do a separate video on the patch once I'm done with this here. Right, anyway, so that's brilliant. Chasing Tails, Will to Power, I guess we got there. What else did we just get? Chasing Tails, the old ways, defeat enemies with a staff. Got lots of Chasing Tails to do. There is only one more thing I need for the meta to be complete here. One more. So we can look into that at some point, hopefully. Right. So that's Thunderhead Peak. Let's go now very quickly over to Amnoon, and let's turn on Taco. Coin started 1 minute ago. And by the way, you should be pretty excited about this one. This is one of the last casino coins we're going to have to do. Now, why is that? It's because we missed the stream yesterday, but I still went and did all the stuff. I still went and did it. So, all right. And by the way, the start of this round, we've got 3 minutes left in this round. I did see it. Where is it? Let's go this direction. I think it's on the left of this pyramid, so we just got to get in position. And I can't remount because... Oh, there we go. Ooh. I'm just trying to look really closely. Here you go, round one. He has the triggering of round one here on this roof, okay? So we start this here, and let's do this on Griffin from the start and see what we got, okay? Yeah, I did do it, and so yesterday I gathered a lot of coins from not just one meta, but 2 metas. I did 2 casino coin metas off stream, because obviously you don't get the Hero's Choice chest. Why do we go up there? That's weird. You don't get the Hero's Choice chest, but you do absolutely get the coins on the way in. This isn't right. I'm on the wrong round here, aren't I? Because why would it have me bouncing around all this stuff? Here we go. I went onto the wrong goddamn line. Alright, here we go. We're going here. Oh, we're going to fall down these. Oh, no. Come on. I can't backpedal, so we have to be really careful about grabbing those. Alright, we've done a lot of dilly-dallying there, but hopefully we're okay. We've got 2 minutes. We're on the route. I think we already have about 200 for our next purchase. And if I do this just right, we should get our next 200 And that's it. The Choya brothers that are remaining, that everybody's ignored after all this time. Apparently, I don't get those yet. I'm just going to trust it. Apparently, I don't get those yet. Oh, we move so slow with the water balloon on us. Tank controls, indeed. Well, not tank controls, but, you know, we just feel slow. We feel tanky. Look how nimble that was. Do you guys see that? The little pipe? That little bit of finessing right there? Beautiful. Okay, and then so once we get the guild mission stuff done today, we can upgrade our shimmering and our tenebrous stuff that we've been sitting around on. I don't know which ones we're really excited about, though. You guys will have to like make that decision whether we do shimmering first or tenebrous first. Also, yeah, is the meta event rush over now and it's been replaced with the raid meta event rush? Let's just climb on these coins. How was the Guild Wars 1 stream afterwards, by the way? The guy doing the... Like, why does this have me drop down here? I don't understand this bit. Why does he want me to go all the way down the stairs just to climb back up them? Why not walk down the stairs and zigzag? Maybe it's just because the overlay doesn't show that very well. Like a double back, it doesn't show. The new mount skin looks very wasp-like and sharp when you dye it in darker colors. Very edgy. Ah, there you go. You know how to speak my language, wasp-like? Now that sounds pretty good. Okay, let's grab all 4 of these at least. And we're up to 30 on round 1 here, which is actually okay. Now, there's going to be 10 seconds. Yeah, there's a bunch in this hole over here. So, if we're quick... Shouldn't have tried to griffin the whole way through this. We can prioritize these at the end of that round, right? So, we ended up with a good amount there. Round 1, I actually think, is the hardest to get everything. But maybe it's just my choice of mount. Let's go Skimmer this time. Springer this time, sorry. The Griffin skins both had footprints too. Well, look, the mount skin thing... I don't even have a sky scale yet, obviously. There is that last tier for us to do on that. I mean, we could do that today instead of the guild missions if you guys... I don't know. But also, I never really buy mount skins, so I mean, unless it was a gift or something, I'm not sure when I would get that. I know it is actually a part of Master to get all the mount skins, but they're kind of my lowest priority right now, only because I have so few of them. So the goal looks so far away, you know, it looks so distant. You know, I've never bought one of those 25 mount contract things or whatever they are. I've had a couple of mounts before. I bought the branded package and kind of regret it, honestly. I don't think they look that good. I think I actually like the more, this is weird for me, believe me, but I actually think I do prefer the more, grounded mounts, now. You know, like that one that we got for Liz recently. That thing's cool. I don't really like all the celestial, like, really crazy visual effecty stuff. And the branded package is a lot like that. I bought the Halloween package right when they first came out. Because I've always been a supporter of mount skins, and I've always thought they were a good idea, and the Halloween ones were the first ones, and I thought, you know, that was before all the big controversy and stuff, and I had to now move away from it so I wouldn't be accused of any kind of bias and stuff. So, you know, I got those, but they honestly didn't look that good. To be honest, you know, I'm quite defensive of ArenaNet in a lot of places, right? And some people are just salty wankers, right? And are just super mad about everything all the time. And they say, you're too defensive of them. One place where I genuinely do feel I probably was too defensive was that original Halloween skin package. Because I remember when that came out, a lot of people saying, this is really lazy. This is just a tiny little bit of a recolor, a tiny bit of a retext or whatever. This is lazy. And I remembered saying, no, I think they look different. And they do look different. They do. But it's also lazy. Looking back, you know, I think that you can kind of tell there's a big difference between those initial Halloween ones that they did and then the effort they started putting in immediately after, you know. So I think it is very much, it was fair and it's still fair to call those lazy. I think I probably was a little bit too forgiving of the Halloween ones. And I don't really think they were a great purchase. I'm using one right now, actually. I'm using one. And this will be because I applied this to Azaric way back when. And that's it. He's just had it now. This has been his lot in life. By the way, do you remember when Path of Fire first came out? These little ledges here, you actually couldn't climb up. Well, you could, but it was like a nightmare to do it. And the idea was you'd need a mastery to do it. Some of these little things to get on top of these pyramids. There's a whole dimension to this meta event that's really interesting that is just lost because of the mastery systems implementation. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. We might not get that sky scale skin again. Like I say, unless it's like a gift, as some of these minis we've managed to unlock have been. Oh, speaking of which, we had a couple more skimmers came in. Come on. We had a couple more skimmers. So we're only missing one skimmer now on our buy order. And I've got buy orders on lots of the other ones too. So here, I'll show you what all my buy orders are in just a second. I put them in. Some of them I've spent a lot of money on as well. And I'm just hoping they'll go through. You'll notice so now that we're all square, I've handed all the raid rewards out, by the way, to the guy. A lot of that was item oriented anyway. But if you have a look, there we go. Let's see. Oh, I can't really see anything right now because of the, oh, by the way, how many we get? We got 38 there. So if we got like 30 plus 30, it's about 40 around, but not quite 40. But then you shore up the end. I don't know. Maybe you can't get 200 in a single sweep. You're probably looking at about 160 from a single sweep. So did I already have 240? And am I going to get maxed out here? Black Line collections. You see, we need one Raptor to finish. We need a shit ton of Griffins. We need... Oh, it was three skimmers left that are still... We're waiting to come in. And then 3 Jackals. But these are all so pricey, right? So, anyway, there's good progress on those. It's just what I can't show off. Are Infusions even included in Guild Wars 2 Master? They're not account unlocked. Exactly, they're not account unlocked. One of the whole reasons I actually think the Master works is because I can exclude Infusions, since they're not account unlocked. Who knows what will happen once build templates come out? Maybe the devs will go ham with it. Look, we get a bulk of 5 each round, so you can go up to even more. Who knows? Maybe maybe that will change, and if it does, I'll actually be a little bit disappointed. For selfish reasons, I'll be disappointed. For the game in general, I think that they should be unlocks, right? I think it's right that they're unlocks. I think they should have a seat on the UI, and I think that they should be embraced as a mechanic, as an item, as a system, as whatever. I also think they should be integrated through early game areas, and new players should be taught about them instead of them being this pure word of mouth end game thing. I think that they should, people should learn the joy of unlocking Infusions, only to be smashed in the face with really difficult ones later on that get them super into raiding and get them super into fractals and all these places, right? And the wild bosses, and get them greedy and excited and feel like they're going to win the lottery. Foster some enthusiasm for people in the item systems in the game. That's what I think should happen. It's all about early game. But for selfish interests, for Master, I'd actually be a little bit disappointed to see it, because if they do that, I'm going to need like a Chuck egg sack, and I'm going to need vial of liquid aurelium, and I'm going to need to repurchase a Queen Bee. I actually sold a Queen Bee for like a 5k gold infusion maybe 4 months ago, and I'm going to have to get all that stuff back. I'm going to have to do that, and some of that stuff's just insane, I would really... the challenge would change from me putting a lot of work in for a long time, and a bit of help from you guys maybe every now and then. It would change from that to being, okay, I need you guys. It would be, okay, I need the community. And then I'm in that weird, like, begging position that I wouldn't want to be. So, for personal reasons, if Infusions do become unlocks, I think it will hurt my overall enthusiasm for Master. Unless I, like, logged in and someone had mailed me a Chuck egg sack or some crap. And I could unlock it automatically. But let's face it, one of the reasons I think that they're not unlocks is the second ArenaNet made them unlocks, they would rise in scarcity at an insane degree, I think. Because the economy for them is a lot like how minis worked in Guild Wars 1 right now. Guild Wars 1, minis were very rare. You only got one after a whole year each character on your birthday. And there wasn't such a culture for shit tons of character slots. People had very limited character slots, and they re-rolled a lot, and the population straight up was lower as well in these early days. The mini markets I'm talking about right now, the population was low, so we got 36 this time, and I think we're done. So, so when you hit that new year, if you got a rare mini out of your birthday present, very few people had those rare minis. So there was insane scarcity on them, and they cost a lot of money. All right. So there was this real prestige, there was real excitement with these rare minis, and you know, they cost a lot of money. But what ultimately happened was people started getting minis from all kinds of content, and obviously started stacking character slots, and more years rolled by, and suddenly minis weren't really scarce anymore. So what the devs did was when the Hall of Monuments came out, they allowed you to dedicate a mini to the Hall of Monuments, and now people were essentially consuming the minis. See, the thing is, minis weren't consumable commodities in the past. So, as rare as they were, the more that got added, the lower the price inevitably had to go. But then when they did the Hall of Monuments, you could consume them in a way. I mean, sort of, because only one person could dedicate it. And so then the prices started to go back up again, and they sort of maintained that. It's the same thing with the infusion market right now. Infusions can't be consumed. I can use a chuck egg sack for 2 years straight, which is exactly what I did. I had my Guardian with the chuck egg sack, with the Queen Bee. Not the chuck egg sack, sorry, the Queen Bee. Have I been saying chuck egg sack the whole time? I've never had a chuck egg sack. I've had a Queen Bee. I used a Queen Bee for about 2 years, and then sold it and got max money out of it. And the reason I was able to do that is because they're so rare. That even though they're not actually consumable items, a couple will get accidentally deleted over the years. But even though they're not consumable, they're just really rare. And even of the ones that get accidentally deleted these days, people just know to whine to support and immediately get it back. I don't know why I use the word whine there, as though I disagree. No, people go to support. There was less of a culture for that in Guild Wars 1 as well. And they'll get, people get their items back in Guild Wars 2. People even game the system in Guild Wars 2 and spawn items via support that they never had in the first place if they managed to get lucky. By abusing the system. So there's extra infusions out there that there shouldn't have been and all this kind of stuff. Particularly that happened with the account-bound Super Adventure Box ones. So the infusion market in Guild Wars 2 right now is a bit like what the mini market initially was for Guild Wars 1. And if they added it to the wardrobe, it would be the equivalent of that Hall of Monuments thing. They'd start getting consumed and they'd spike the price. But they're not going to spike the price because it's already so hefty of a cost right now on so many of them. That's why they're not going to spike the price. The best that they would do is they would have them as account unlocks and then make invisible the really rare ones, such as what they did with the gizmos in PvP, which is a decision I deeply disagree with, for what it's worth, especially for the infusions with PvP, especially considering how the markets work with those and there is no market for them, or shouldn't be. I mean, go about the real world money side of things. But so, what I think the devs are looking for is a baseline of a lot of other infusions in the game, and then they'll look into putting them in the wardrobe. But if the vast majority of the infusions are just ultra rare items, they're not gonna worry about it, because they're gonna add a section and then hide all the stuff in it so that they don't spike the markets, which are already crazy. And then what are people going to be left with? Like, it's not going to mean anything. So there you go. That's my whole spiel on that. And why, secretly, I think that's kind of good for Master. A hot dog is a taco changed my mind. Well, there's that other thing, isn't there? Why isn't cereal like soup? You know, it's like a liquid food that you have in a bowl. And some soups have chunks in it. So, And cereal, if you let it get all soggy, it doesn't even taste that chunky after a while. Why isn't, like, porridge soup? Oh, okay, so, no, this isn't our last day. We only have 271. Maybe I did that on another character and they're sitting in someone else's inventory. But, okay, guys, we only have 2 kites left. This is almost it for the Amnoon event, all right? We're going to be saying goodbye soon. We have everything. Look at this. Look at this progress we've made. Look at this. Who's proud? I'm proud, all right? But there are 2 choya left. This is a big decision today, guys. It's a big decision because there's an enormous spider above me. This is a big decision because whoever you choose today, you're also choosing who the least favorite reward is. So, who will be left in the dark? Who will snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? Who forever will remain in the cardboard box, never to see the light? Is it going to be the blue choya or the red choya? The grumpy choya or the happy choya? Make your decision now. Type in chat. Just spam whichever one you want. Blue or red. Blue or red. Blue or red. Blue or red. Let's see. Who you want, this is. Blue, pink, blue, 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 blue. Everyone likes blue, it looks like. Red, red. Oh, we got a bit of a red squad there. We got 3 reds. Red, red, blue, blue. Oh, it's pretty even. Exclamation mark, kill red. There's a lot here. The reds have bit back a bit here, but look at that blue range. Blue, blue, blue. Russia, blue, blue, blue. Permafrost, blue. How is this even blue? Purple, blue. You guys have gone ham with the blue there. Pink. It's going to have to be blue, guys. So that means red is the least favorite, which, by the way, breaks my little heart. Because I like red. Red's my favorite color. And look, we've gone zebra, and we've gone watermelon, and we've gone sand shark, and green, and blue, and red has been left alone. Don't worry, red guy. Look, he's grumpy and for a reason. Look, what's the lesson? If you're in some kind of adoption facility, don't look grumpy, all right? Don't look grumpy, because no one's going to choose a grumpy choya. Okay. I do want to point out, by the way, disable taco here. Why can I? Oh, wait, I'll just do it up here. I do want to point out that the embellished kite. All right, 2 of these are from the Zephyrite and the Bazaar of the Four Winds. Not sure when that's coming back. This guild kite though, this has the Spud logo on it. The way you get this is you have to get all the other kites and then you mix them together in the Mystic Forge. So I'm not sure if when you do that, it auto unlocks the prior kites for you too, or you basically need to double purchase the other ones. But essentially it's like 3 of these we need to pick up and then you combine them for the guild one. And the other kite is from the Bazaar of the Four Winds or something. It's something like that. We'll look at those later, but then that's that section done, guys. We'll actually be done with toys there. Not toys, held items. We'll actually have all of those finished. And what a boring section, by the way, might I add. Just hold balloons and hold kites and hold... I don't know. Anyway, the regular toy... These are very... We got a lot of work to do, because we're going to need to get Verderak, the legendary. And we're also going to need to... buy a ton of instruments, which I've never done before. I've never bought a single instrument. Chairs, we missed out on the Sky Scale chair in the gem store recently. We can get this for the CM. And I missed that at some festival. We can get this for the CMs. Here, again, I did have the Bloody Prince costume or staff. But I just don't have this equipped. Maybe I should go to support. And then after that, it's just back to tonics, which we've made epic progress on, as you can see, and we've done very well with. A couple of these fractal-related ones I should have eventually, ultimately. So we'll see. I know you've probably been asked this, but were there any hints to future story in the raid? There actually was not any stuff to do with the dragon, which I thought that there would be. Or I was really hoping there would be. So it was not the big bombshell that I thought we could have had. But, you know, I think the wing was probably written to be sort of similar to the most recent episode. You know, that Jessica Price tweet? We had to write the season as though it might be the end or whatever. I wonder if the wing had that in mind too, because in a way it feels like a kind of a conclusory thing, you know, in a way. I mean, it suggests that there might be another Jinn that tries to grab power at some point in the future, but, you know, that's pretty vague, and that's just sort of leaving a door open for way later. Wing 7 feels unfinished to me. Shouldn't there be 4 Cardinal Jinn bosses, 1 for each element? I think that's a really silly comment, to be honest, Kairos. Because it's very easy to not write the story that there are 4 Cardinals, right? You can't tell them they're unfinished for expanding the scope of the story beyond the boundaries of the content itself. They should be applauded for that. They shouldn't be criticized as though they haven't managed to implement anything just because they had the presence to do a bigger story than they were ever planning on telling. It's the same as if I'm like, what if I build a whole raid wing where I have a black boss, a white boss, a yellow boss, and a green boss, right? And I've made it, and it's always been about that. But in my lore, I decide to talk about very briefly the blue boss and the red boss. What, you're going to tell me that my wing's unfinished now, are you? That's pretty lame, I think. I don't get the sense that it's unfinished from that at all. I get the sense that it was time constrained, definitely, because of stuff like the music and, I don't know, just the number of new assets and environments we went to. It just feels a little bit, you know, on the left side, just a bit. But, you know, I would never say unfinished. I feel like it's definitely a finished wing. I think it's probably a bit... It would be pretty depressing for them to think that they've released it and everyone calls it unfinished. What's the easiest way to trigger me? I don't know. There's some things that I'm getting wildly irritated about that I really shouldn't. Like the EU versus NA. Not EU versus NA, just people... I'll tell you what triggers me a little bit. Put like a feels bad man on something obnoxious. Say like, oh, the stream's late, and then a feel bad man because it's been like 2 seconds after 0:00 and you haven't seen the black screen yet. Or say, oh, we're on NA today, feels bad man. You know, whine basically. Whine about petty shit and make out that the show I'm doing is subpar and I'm not doing a very good job over completely obnoxious, inane little crap. Do that. That will really aggravate me. So yeah, I shouldn't reveal this. You shouldn't give your enemies ammunition. That's right, chat. You're my enemy. Right, what am I doing? I'm zoning around. We're not gonna go crazy with the races. We're not gonna go crazy, but I do want to see what our next reward is and how close we're getting. Okay, the WP not playing Guild Wars 1 though. It has to be something that you actually expect from me. All right, it has to be something I'm actually guilty over. Or could feasibly be guilty over. So we're at 258. So, and what are we looking for? We're going to Choya now at 300. If we get a lot of golds today, actually, we can get the next one. So maybe I do this. I'm keenly aware that you guys are going to be very tired of the races at this point. I'm keenly aware. Like, type more roller beetle races. Feels bad, man. Like... stuff like that. But yeah, it has to be something that it seems reasonable. If you say no Guild Wars 1 feels bad, I'm actually going to think, oh, you know, what a cool guy. He likes Guild Wars 1. I'm not going to be mad at that. Also, there's no, like... it's not like I've broken a promise about Guild Wars 1 or an expectation about Guild Wars 1. Maybe a better one would be like, oh, no winds of change still. Yeah, and type still as well. Type still. Still is a really aggravating word to me. Because it loads expectations with it. That's a bad drift. It's okay. But it wasn't actually a good drift, but it was okay. So like, oh, are you shitting me? Still doing roller beetle races. Feels bad, man. Or like, still no video on this. Still doing raid progression. I don't actually know if anyone said that yesterday, but that would have been pretty aggravating to see. Okay, we boosted, but then we hit a tree. I'm going to bond of faith here, and I'm going to boost out of the back of that. I think that's better. That's a good drift. This is a gold run right now. I just want to be clear. This is a gold run. How did we end up bouncing over that a second ago? Oh, this music's too good. By the way, I've heard that... Well, I haven't heard, but I've seen someone going on the left of that, and I'm wondering if it is actually faster. I'm going to boost here. We had full traction on that boost. Left of the tent. This music's really good, because the second I said, oh, this is actually a gold run, I'm like, oh, God, I've actually got to get gold now. And then the music kicked in. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I think it is still gold, though. It genuinely is still gold. I know that that seems nuts, but I really think it is. I think that boost I need to pick a different time to do, though, by the way. Because you get airborne with it a lot. You see the speed we're at right now? We should be going faster than this. Even there we go a little bit airborne. That route scares the crap out of me. The problem is I don't have an efficient way of doing that last like little tangled root area. That worm scared me as well because I felt like it should have had collision. Come down here. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, nice! It worked! Squeezed out an extra boost there, guys. That was nice. This bit scares me because I always take big ass damage. Oh my god, we're going really slow. Go, 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 go. Barricade. Having the race over the barricade area was genius. Do a trick. Get our boost up. Like that there, I just try and ram over it, but I don't know whether that's actually a good idea. It is still a gold pace, just by the way. Okay, now we got a second boost here that I could use. Oh, maybe it's not a gold pace. We missed gold anyway. How is that not a gold pace? What did I mess up there? Well, we kind of hit a wall. All right, don't miss silver now. I know we ramped over that last one, so it was over. But I'd lost gold before I even ramped over it. How was that so slow? Have you considered taco racing routes? Oh, that might be a nice idea, actually. I don't know how I messed that up so bad. I don't know how that was so late. I felt like that was good. Your boots were off since you were quite slow on some straights. Yeah, maybe it was just that then. Oh, well, look, I don't think we needed gold there anyway to get the next prize today. I'm confused. Why would taco require them to lower the gold time? Did somebody propose that? I guess the logic there would be, well, look, these overlays kind of, you know, they break the game in a way. They invalidate the game. They invalidate the baseline, the expectations the devs should have of the capabilities of their community, so you can bump up the difficulty. I'm guessing that's the idea. This is so easy to get gold on. We don't really need to worry about that opening boost, but I'll do it anyway. Like, I went wildly off course on this once, and I still got the thing. Yeah, see, Dosty just said still not gold. Feels bad. I mean, Dosty irritates me in the extra way because he seems to think it's funny deliberately being a troll all the time, which I also find, like, really pathetic, to be honest. So, Dosty's, like, got this extra level where because it's Dosty, and I see he's just being a prat, I'm like, ugh. Like, and it's that extra level. He's that one tier deeper down. Yeah, flamed hardcore. But I think he knows that, though. I think he knows that. I noticed, by the way, I looked at my clips just before the stream today. Because I was wondering if there were any clips from the raid stream yesterday. Obviously, we had a ton of viewers, and you know, it was a long stream. There actually really weren't any popular clips from yesterday, which I think maybe is fair. I don't really remember any highlights that'd be like a big clip or whatever. But I was looking at the clips, and I noticed we have loads of people have watched a clip of me deleting a mini where I was like, you know, basically being a tit and saying, "Oh, no, we're killing the mini," and like everyone loves that. You guys are weird. All right, it's called like sadistic potatoes. I don't know. It must have been linked somewhere, and I just didn't realize. But yeah, it's a bit of a dark clip right there. Oh, the clip was posted to Reddit, was it? Really? How did they receive that? I'm guessing not very well. It wasn't like well, I don't know. Maybe that's kind of the kind of fluffy sort of just fun, you know, little thing that Reddit actually thrives on. We came out of that with some pretty good speed, I think, actually, there. You want to hit that? Just ride straight up this. You know, I've done that so many times now, and I'm so comfortable with that now that I cannot believe the struggle that I had turned that into on prior things. It's just hold the boost. It's just don't panic and just hold the boost. We're gonna bond there just so that we can get the second ball. And I should probably save the second one for this tiny little bit here, but that's fine. Alright, so that's gold again. Get the gold in one. I got gold in one on Snowden yesterday as well, just by the way. I have no idea how. I just did Snowden just randomly, and I just focused on it as I played, and I got gold instantly on it. Which kind of blows my mind, because I've got such an impression of this one that it's hard. Like incredibly hard, and yet there it was. I just got it straight away. Most of the map details in this wing are in the distance on the cliffs and such. On one hand, it feels like there isn't much to see and explore in Adashim. On the other, it plays into the Jinn keeping their secrets. I mean, I think that's... You're being very forgiving there with that, but yeah, maybe you're right. First of all, I do think that what we just did there was a really good start to this course. I think that was a really smooth, really nice opening boost. Do you know what happened there? I was trying to shuffle my mouse. Try this again. Lots of traction, 2 boosts in a row. Maybe I do drift that then. I was going to try and not drift it, but I think drifting that's a good idea. You get more endurance as well. Come on. I think this is still okay, even though we clipped that tree. I think it's still okay. No, it's not. We've lost so much speed. Now that I said I one-shot it yesterday, I'm like, I feel like I want to get it really bad for you all. Just do what's natural. Just don't panic about it. Just do what's natural. This one here, we're going to just drift. It's a quick little drift. We went past it. It's that second drift. All you got to do is just nail that next drift, and then you're good. All right, let's try again. I think the main thing with Snowden is it's this technique off the starting line. I think I never used to really do, so it's a lot harder to get gold if you're not doing it. This is really good right now. Good, very good little run. I'm gonna boost here. Hold it. Come on. Yeah, I don't think we got it. Yeah, we missed it. How did I get that instantly? What's going on? Am I just so much better at the game when I'm not on stream? I don't get it. I don't... That was really rubbish because we're going really slow. How did I just one-shot gold that yesterday? What did I do? And we missed it there. Look, since we missed that, I'm not going to try it again. We'll try the Jormag's Fang again. I mean, there's plenty more race rewards to get, so we won't stick on them for too long. Damn, watching love makes me feel anxious. It's weird. It's like I'm talking to WP, the person, instead of WP, the YouTube mans. I don't think I want you watching me in a weird way while I'm, you know, exercising love. Okay, I get it. That was a typo. You meant live. Hello. Yeah, it's, I don't know. Look, now I'm responding to you. Ooh. Okay, let's do this. I just, sorry, got invited to an AT. I should really do this appearing offline. One of the reasons, I appear offline for a lot of reasons now, but I've got a new reason on the list to appear offline. And it's that, oh shit. Oh, no. It's that some people invite me to ATs, and yet I'm always saying no to them. So they'll stop inviting me to ATs. And I don't want them to stop inviting me to ATs. I want to play ATs. But the problem is, if you say no too much, people are just going to think, well, he doesn't want to do it. And then if you do it really rarely, but you, like, don't win, then obviously that sucks as well. I really need a main again. I don't know. I'm still enjoying Scourge to an extent. I had some really punishing EU queues yesterday. I only did a couple. But, I don't know. There's a real enigma to me in positioning on Scourge when you get to really high level queues. That I just don't. I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I don't know whether it's really a build that you definitely want to be duo queuing with, so that you've just got that guaranteed, you know, person you can kite to or whatever. I just don't know. It's just a real struggle. What I do quite like about Scourge, and this is kind of an interesting thing for me to realize, is I don't know whether I actually said this the other day. I'm going to say it again, though, if I did. Is that pretty much any person you rotate into, you could conceivably actually 1v1. I know that sounds ridiculous, but because you have a great matchup against Warrior, and because a lot of these other builds are very boon-oriented, like Hollow's just shit-loaded with boons, but you can corrupt them all. Even with hitting that tree, we've got this. That's good. And, like, you can unblockably corrupt them. So you do okay there. You do okay against Warrior. I think Core Guard, if they pace their cleanses out correctly, can be kind of a challenge. You know, having to deal with F2, Contemplation of Purity, Smite, Renewed Focus, F2. That's a lot of chaining of Condi mitigation where they can just burst and blind you through all of it. So I think that's tricky, but I kind of feel quite strong and confident with a lot of different, especially if you've got places you can kite to, you know. You just cast behind as you run. It's kind of nice. It feels like quite a nice build for that. And a lot of other builds, there's just like matchups that are just binary. Oh, you can't do anything here. And then obviously you scale wildly at a team fight, especially if people let you cast uninterrupted. So, I mean, it is a fun build. No, I was talking about curses, not blood sage curses. What? How did that not? Oh, I'm so stupid. I keep doing that. I clicked the thing. I'm not talking about blood. I actually haven't played blood for ages. Blood isn't too bad either, you know. Obviously, it's way less Condi damage, but you actually claim quite a lot of power damage from all the little vampirism ticks and stuff. And you'd be surprised. Against really cleanse heavy comps, blood can actually out-pressure curses sometimes. Right, let's go. Not going for gold. This one's like a dicey gold. This one I should get gold every time, but I quite often miss it. So, I don't know. I'm not going to pressure myself for gold. I'm just going to be sad if we're like 2 medallions away from our reward today, because I would really like the reward today. I'd really like to get that. We got to gamble on our mini griffin as well in a sec. That's kind of weird. We were like a skipping stone there, just going across the tips of these things. I want to figure out the drift for this cave. There's definitely a drift on the left. Well, or it would be if I hadn't slowed myself down so much. No. Oh, this one's going to be dicey. Hitting the wall gave us so much boost back. Oh, it's going to be... I'm going to have to try it. This isn't good though, guys, just by the way. Yeah, I think we've miscalled. We did not do well there. And it's that fucking jump. I'm bad at that jump. I don't know what position I should use for that jump. That jump screws me how many runs. I think we are out of gold here. By the way, look how well balanced the golds are on these. It's actually like a game of knowing whether I'll get them each time. We did get gold there. Okay. They're actually really well done in a lot of ways. Because that's a conversation piece. That means that they got a good level on them. Right. So let's see how many medallions we got. We got 3 golds today. Bless me. Bless me. Got the time trial done. So let's see. Race prizes. 301. We just got enough. Nice. Choya tonic. Oh yeah. Look, it's all coming in today. Choya tonic. Oh, they're starting to get cheaper as well. Look at this. They're starting to get cheaper. Next, we get the dog. Then the cat. And fanciful cat. They're the same price. And then we can get the really cheap ones. Oh. Where are you? Tonic. There you are. Endless Mystery Choya. Do you guys want to see what this turns us into? I think that's our last Choya-related novelty, by the way. No, it's not. There's the Endless Dance one as well. We got to get probably from Corner. Maybe we can pick that up today, actually. Mystery Choya. Here we go. So, oh, we're bigger than I expected. Oh, look, you get a great wobble animation. I actually really like the wobble. Oh, you can jump. We get 5 skills. You get in the dance skills. I guess you get the dance skills for all of them. Can we roll on this one as well? Like the Amnoon one? No, it doesn't have the pinata rolling. This guy's a chrome one. Oh, this would have been so good for the Stellaris mod, man. How did I do the Stellaris mod before? I just wish that on that mod I had had the ability to just basically copy-paste ArenaNet's animations into it with, like, you know, a screen capture or something. That was the whole idea of it, and then in the end it turned out I couldn't. So they're just all static images. I really need to do some housekeeping on that, but I haven't played much Stellaris or thought about much of Stellaris for a long time, so the enthusiasm to look at the mod and code that up again is fallen away a bit. Look, we do have a roll. These guys look great. Is the Stellaris mod complete? No, it's not. It's not at all. I had a really big. I've got ideas for like a huge number of races to put into it. And also it's got bugs and it doesn't work. And also it's not updated for the latest version. So, you know, what I'll probably do when I go back to it. And there was a huge. The version of Stellaris I built that for. Had so many different systems that it's very out of date now because that was such a fundamental update right after I released the mod. So what I'll do is I'll probably recode it for the new game and new balance, but when I make it again, I might not just tick the version number up. I might just rebuild the whole thing. I don't know. Because it's started to not. It's not got max stars. It's got like 3 stars out of 5, and I don't know. I think that looks bad, maybe. So I kind of want to change it. We'll see. All right. Anyway, there you go. That's the Choya. So look, it was a very Choya themed day today because we got the blue Choya from the one reward, and we got the mystery Choya tonic from this one. We're going to do this race. Now, I've just squadded up, guys, because we're going to get some commendations today. But I need your help with it. So, guild missions, if you guys are up for it, I'd love to have you with me. I'm not going to try hard this. We're just going to get it done. No, I'm going to hit the wall because my entire angle of attack there fell off. It's a bit weird. So yeah, if you guys want to join on, /squad join. We are on North America at the moment. So please do feel free if you're NA as well. That's a good height there. You can immediately start flapping. This feels so cheesy for this specific adventure. I missed. Why am I doing it like that? Why? What's wrong with me? Do you know what's wrong with me? Why I do badly? I just try and experiment way too much with stuff. That was a good opener, by the way. I'm always trying to change it up and like. See if I can fix something that's not broken. I'm the guy that's. Oh, obviously you get the double flap whenever you hit one of these, so you know. That was really wonky. That wasn't our best ever. That was not our best ever, but it was good enough for gold. I'm the guy that, you know, kills the golden hen or whatever. Golden goose. Look, I want my eggs, damn it. I want more than just an egg, a golden egg a day. Alright, no griffin. What a surprise. What a shocker. Okay, so, I'm going to load onto this, I guess. We'll do some other classes, though, at some point. I mean, one of the ideas I had for Master was actually right at the start of the morning, I was going to let you guys vote on which profession we'd play. The thing is, we're doing these set pieces at the start every day, and so it means that, you know, it's quite late into the stream by the time we're actually onto something variant. But yeah, okay, so to look at this, there's lots of unlocks we'll get out of this today, so I do hope people are excited. We're going to do a race. So the Bone Rattler Caverns in the Harathi Hinterlands. So I'll meet you guys there. All you're going to want to do is go to the Fawns waypoint, bottom left Harathi Hinterlands. And we'll do the technique where one of us, where we all just transform and we all make sure we get checkpoint 1. And then we can spam support skills to help the whoever fails the race. I mean, I'll try it with the taco route as well. We just need to get one person through and then we're good. But yeah, we get lots of unlocks from this, so please do be excited about this, because this should be pretty nice in terms of getting lots of new skins. In fact, why is it I haven't done these yet? Have I just been forgetting? Oh, there's something else I'm definitely forgetting as well. What is it? Most streams I've been thinking, oh, I should do a thing. I keep missing it. What do I want to support with? Probably Dagger Warhorn. And since we've got so much Magi stuff here, I'll do that. Let's go back to the Aura Share variant with Regen and Vigor. Definitely let's take Earth on this. Give people some stability and give people protection. Okay, I think that's good. I actually ran out of rice balls yesterday, by the way, on the stream. I just ran out of rice balls, and I'd have to trading post. On my last rice ball, we finished the wing, so it was pretty nice. All right, do we want to rush the course? Yes, we do. Oh, there's actually Spud 2 upgrades as well. I do have a mail on that, so we should do that. Okay, sign me up. So let's just go. Wait. Taco. Turning Taco on so that I can sort of have the route cheat, basically. Stability for pansies. Stability is probably... I'm probably overrating the idea of stability right now in this wing. This race. This race is not that important for stability. Well, I'm trying to load Taco. There we go. Whoa. Oh, there's a map completion line. What do the green stars mean? Don't know. Not sure what green stars mean. Oh, we can jump. Okay. And the purple star means that we got these holes here. Again, I know I'm mentioning stars that you guys can't see. Just using an overlay to show off where some of the traps are and things. Leap through that like that. Seems pretty good. Now remember, the thing is, if we fail this, we just want to go heal up one of our other dogs. That's what we want to do. Oh. I actually triggered a boulder trap there. Didn't get anyone killed with it. Can I get a guild invite? I asked in squad chat already. Yes, you can. Anyone can get into the guild for free right now. If you're a person at one of these streams and you're doing missions, you get a free... You can get it for free. This is Spud 2, obviously, so you're joining the North American guilds. Anyone is welcome to get credit for this and to join the guild. Normally we have like a whole application, like registration thing, where you help provide funds for cool guild events. But here, you're just allowed in, guys. So as long as you're committing to doing the missions right here. So if you're in squad and you type in chat, can I get an invite? I'll give you an invite. So there you go. Somebody just got one, and yeah, it's as easy as that. Just type it and hope I'm not stupid enough that I miss it for too long. Sorry again for triggering that other trap. Oh. And yeah, don't be scared to spam. Oof. That was a tricky one, because we have Glint's heritage here. I'm going to leap over this as well. Good, he never got hit. I would have been really sad if he had been hit. But he didn't, so that's nice. What if you like large amounts of paperwork? If I go the left here, I think we'll be safe. And then we can just dodge through that. Sure, if you like lots of paperwork, then I suppose, you know, you can have fun. You probably do well macro managing a large scale event or whatever. All right, there you go. So we get the commendation. Beautiful. Next, we move on straight away to a bounty. So this is the triple bounty I failed before. I think I'll go to Brecca first. That's in this map. Yeah, finally I follow you since the start, but I never had the chance to see you live. Watched nearly all your YouTube videos. Really, Tim Buck? Thank you, man. Tell me, when did you first start watching me? What do you mean by that? All videos? How far back do you go? I'd love to hear. And if you go really far back, have you ever left comments on YouTube and do you have a name? Okay, wait. I messed up the bounty thing. The bounty... The way that the overlay works for the bounty is interesting. Oh, he's here anyway. Alright, let's blow him up. Yeah, he's at the waypoint. Yeah, do you have a name? As in, do you have a username that I'd probably recognize? Alright, that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, I'm thinking right now of R. Bardi, right? Like, R. Bardi is like one of the oldest viewers of mine and oldest fans of mine, who I recognize from his YouTube name from years ago, like way back. Okay, this rogue ogre is wanted for spying and sabotaging various factions vying for control of the Fields of Ruin, notorious for using pet rats. So this is what we failed. We were just kicking rats for ages, and they just never triggered. They just never worked. Morning, Rocker. How did the win go for you yesterday? Good, I hope. I mean, we just started Encounter 1 and we started here and people had already beat it, so... it felt like, probably for the people really into the scene, it was a bit of a quick one. We'll shoo this one away. We're just going to run around spamming on rats here until hopefully someone finds it. Everyone in the squad, you guys can spread out. Don't follow my tag. Just go wherever and just kick suspicious rats wherever you see them. And cross your fingers that you spawn the boss. I honestly, I spent so long on this map kicking rats the other day, and it just never led to anything. I got a donation, did I? That was the thing. I don't think we got any donations yesterday. Oh, actually, to tell you the truth, I wasn't even looking. I used the website for the giveaways, and that was about it. Oh, Zenzia, thank you. Could you show the full PvP build for Big Shade, Blood Scourge? Sigils and weapon stats included. You mentioned a few streams about, please. I'm keen to get into PvP, but I'd like a build that's kind of brain dead so I can learn positioning in the maps. Ah, now, okay, so what you're recalling is someone asked, like, what's the easiest builds? And I said, look, the answer depends on what level you play at. But Big Shade Blood Scourge is pretty good, especially around gold. I do believe in that. It's not just that it's brain dead, though. It's that it actually has playmaking potential. Any transfuse-oriented build has a lot you can do in terms of porting bodies. Porting bodies up and down kite spots is huge. It's so much more of an exciting and instrumental and, like, endorphin-releasing play than you'll find, like, in most other formats of the game. Like, it's really, really fun. So, it's not just that it's brain dead. I think that if you run the raw damage version in low-rated queues where you don't get focused very hard, that's actually a little bit more brain dead. But, yeah, I think that that's a good build. I can show you. The truth is, I haven't played the Blood variant for a long time, so I don't know whether anything's changed from when I last looked at Blood Sage, but I can show you the choices I would pick. Not that I'm a Necro main, not that I've played even that much Blood Scourge, but I do understand, you know, its role and how I would build it. So I will show you, but just let me kick some rats here first. Another guild invite for a player there. If you guys want to do this with us, you can get a quick invite and you can go for it. I'm really struggling finding rats here. But rather than listening to me for that, what you can do is you can look at some PvP streamers and find ones that play Necromancer. And they usually have, like, you know, builds listed out. There's no rat here. Why am I not seeing rats in any of the locations? Is that someone spawned it already and killed it? Oh, here's a rat. Maybe someone else has just kicked it recently. Maybe that's what it is. By the way, we only get like 10 minutes for this, so we genuinely have to find this. So just spread the hell out and get them. I mean, I can see that lots of people on the minimap are doing it, so good stuff. Yeah, Earth Djinn was my favorite too. I don't know what the CM for the last boss is. I heard what the CM was for the other two. Can't quite remember the details for the wind guy, but the Earth boss was my favorite for regular stuff. I didn't do CMs or anything. That's in the future. There's gonna be a whole period. I've got CMs dating back to Bastion to do. Every wing since Bastion, I've got CMs to do. Not all of them. You know, I've got a couple of bosses here and there. But I've got CM Samurog, Demos, Desmina, Statues, Doom. Then I have all the CMs for the last wing, except Kadim. And now, obviously, the new wing too. So I just got so many. Has anybody seen the rat? CM makes Kadim feel complete. Kadim was, both Kadims, both final boss Kadims, I felt in progression has just been like several hours for my pug groups, right? Where we just sit there, just like trying to interpret the mechanics, and it just takes ages to even interpret the mechanics. And I feel like that's a real weakness of a lot of pug groups in progression, actually, that we're just not quick enough to you know, identify the things at play. Like, it took us like an hour and a half to really start figuring out that, like, ball mechanic where, you know, it's essentially like fractals, Shattered Observatory, where you got to catch the ball, otherwise it does big damage. It took ages, like, to even fundamental aspects. Somebody found it. Here we go. Apparently he's in the Hawk Heart. But once we got it, I think the whole fight was actually pretty comfortable. I think the only reason it took a bit longer, even after that, was just because people were a bit fatigued because it was so many hours in. Wait, where is it? Did somebody find a single rat and think that that was it? That they'd got the boss? Someone found one rat and thought that was it. Yeah. They said, didn't find it, I just found lots of rats. Look, this is so bad, guys. This bounty seems really hard to proc. How long have we got? 7 minutes left. We've got 7 minutes, and this isn't even our final boss. So... I'm not supposed to do something more special than kick a rat, am I? I don't think I have to. You missed one of the core mechanics even after you killed CM. What core mechanic did you miss? I'm still a little bit hazy on the whole, like, the beam thing to buff people's damage. It just feels like a weird one because it seems like it's asking you to position a DPS player away from the stack, which means that they get zero, well, less might, less alacrity, less quickness, all these things in less abundance. And so, is that, you know, is the gaining the benefit of the mechanic really worth all of that? And I'm guessing the answer is yes, because you can just, like, chain the beam through everyone. But, you know, there's specifics on that I haven't quite figured out. Yeah, someone says you just have to kick rats till you find one that turns into the bounty. I just can't kick rats for you because I have full guilds. Yeah, no worries. Well, we're kicking. I mean, there should be rats where I'm currently standing, but they're gone. Yeah, parasitic contagion on a scourge. That's or any necro. I said that quite early in our progression. And we had a Deadeye on Invigorating Precision who apparently was doing a lot of damage, but they were dying a lot, so it seemed a bit flimsy to me. But you know, apparently they did manage to do some good damage there. I think that putting a staff Tempest support like I was a good idea for progression, because it was just really comfortable, my perspective. And I was able to get a lot of reses and do a lot of support, so I think that was worthwhile. There's no rats in here. What is the last bounty, someone's asking? Well, you can check for yourself by going to the UI, but it's Sots the Scalawag. We're not going to get this, guys. We're not going to get this because we've only got 5 minutes left now. Unless you find sots now, I don't see how we're going to get this because these fucking rats. This is 2 days in a row now that I just feel like it's such a waste of time. Going full bitch strats is always good for progression. Yeah, I mean, we hit Enrage Timer on every single boss. We played that tanky and that safe. We hit every single Enrage. Oh, I was really thinking that one was going to be it. The trick that we didn't figure out is that as you add these orbs to the crystals, more people can tell it. No, yeah, we got that as well, because when you target a pylon, it gets a buff after the thing orbits it, saying that its chain capacity goes up or whatever. Yeah. We figured that out. We all understood that. And then someone came into our chat and was like, I don't think they figured out that bit. And it was a bit weird, because we totally had. I guess we weren't playing into it, though. Despite the fact we had the information, we weren't utilizing it for a while. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The tether chains and the debuff. Oh, I think someone found it. Don't get me in combat. Oh, I think I just narrowly escaped combat. Something was moving at me. Where are we going? Delegation of the legions. It's up here. Just pressure it. Just go for it, because we're going to miss the whole thing if we're not really quick about this. There he is, the Rat Wrangler. Isn't he quite a challenging boss as well? As far as all these go, isn't he quite a thing? Do I plan to try the CMs? Yeah, Ails. I mean, I've got to do it for this series, for this project. I want all the CMs. I do want them done, so... You know. You didn't do any of that till after CM. Yeah, I mean, the world was very different from where I... If you go and look at the stream, you'll see we need that mechanic to get the damage. We just did not have the damage without it anywhere near. We needed that mechanic. And even then, I think we killed him in Enrage, even using the mechanic. All right, okay, so lastly, we've got... This is going to be tricky, guys. We've got 3 minutes to find sots. So we've got to go to the Gendaran and spam barrels of ale now. We're not going to get this. We're not going to get this. This is too hard. We can try. Just go spam barrels. You're going to need to find one in about 120 seconds tops. Oh, the barrel I went to was contested. No barrel. Just run around kicking the shit out of these things. And don't get caught by drakes in combat like I just did. Don't go to me. Don't go to the tag. Okay, this guy's just standing to me. He's a random though, I guess. He's not in the thing. Yeah, it's not going to happen because we got the barrels to look at. It's fine. I guess what we'll do is... Oh, is it? No. I was expecting a rat to come out and run away. And the fact that a rat didn't come out and run away made me think, oh, we found it. But obviously, these are just empty. When I start CM raiding, will they still be 2 hours? I think so. The thing is, this is not my life. This is not what I want to be my life. This is not what I want to be all my content creation. I just want it to be a thing I do in the morning and then move on. So, you guys are such a minority of my audience. Like, you're such a minority. And I know you all sit there saying, oh, more streams, more hours, more. But, like... It's just such a terrible idea for me to listen to any of you. It really is. So I know that people want lots of them, but the idea is to not do it too much so that I've still got tons of energy to make other stuff. So I don't know. I kind of get, though, that if I'm trying to do CMs, you got to play in more than 2 hour bursts. Oh, shit. We've got 58 seconds. He's right here. Burn this baby. I'm going to try and give you as much might as possible. We got it. We actually won. Whoa. GG. Nice, guys. Nice. I can't believe that. That was such a painful bounty. Wow. Look at those. Well-earned commendation there for you guys. Well done. Okay, next we got a puzzle as well today. So let's do the puzzle before we look at the hard bounty, because that one kind of... Hopefully we'll get more people in the squad. If you guys want to join us, please come. Here's the puzzle. So it's the Langmar Estate. I haven't done this for ages. And I mean ages. It's been a long time since I've done the Langmar Estate. No, it's not about liking you or disliking you. It's about pragmatism. Alright, so let's go up this way. And I think I can activate this waypoint for people when I press thingy on the actual gate, I think. Right? Maybe not. Is it just always closed now? No, I don't want to do one long stream a week, though. The idea is it should be regular. It should be every morning. It definitely should be every morning. What it would have to be is I'd have to find... This is the tricky thing about it. What I'd have to do is I'd have to find, like, 9 people who are willing to put a couple of hours in every day. I think if you put a couple of hours in every day, and I mean you genuinely put a couple of hours in every day, and it's the same people every day, and you put a couple of hours in, you can make good progress. I really do think, as long as people are fucking ready, and they have their build, and as soon as the stream starts, you walk in. There's no faffing about, there's no, you know... There's no talking to each other and saying hello and asking how everyone's feelings are. There's just, let's do it, and we're in, alright? There's no messing about, and there's no waiting around for one person or whatever. If people are actually doing that, if they treat it seriously, I genuinely think you could get amazing progress 2 hours a day. If those 2 hours are brick solid, the very first minute to the very last minute, you know, that final pull that goes over the last minute, every single one of that moment is actually properly doing it. I think you could have it easily. I reckon you could be done in even just a couple of days. I really do. But you'd need that, like, robust core. And I don't know how feasible that is. First of all, I'd have to figure out if that would be an EU or an NA thing. Wouldn't that be fun? Do I get the late night NA people or the early morning EU people? I do somewhat feel that if I did it as EU, all the people who have got sleep schedules where they're up in the morning EU and they can actually hang out and play are probably like diligent, you know, well-minded players that you could rely on, I feel like. You know, they're not going to be like the half out of it, fluctuating sleep schedule all over the place kind of, you know, people that so many of us nerds actually are. Myself included. What am I supposed to be doing here? Was I supposed to speak to the character at the entrance? I know that you got to give the statues weapons. By the way, you can mount in here? No, you can't mount in here. It just doesn't have the icon saying that you can't. I don't have to go back, do I? I'm guessing I don't have to go all the way back. Oh, this is so bad. If I do, I've messed this up. I need to touch the book in the center of the room, apparently. Why not do CMs on the weekend? I mean, yeah, weekend's fine as well. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying no. I'm just saying that the ideal way of doing things. All right, here we go. So, it's an ancient book of gruesome battle poetry. The title page reads, "Of beasts and treachery. O noble warrior, pierced through and through by rangers' arrows. Clever elementalist, all your magic's undone by warrior's sword. Alas, valiant ranger, your pet burns as you are engulfed in fires." It's rock, paper, scissors. Let's do it. Yeah, you would get primetime OCX people as well at this time. That's true. Not get a weapon. Not get a weapon again. And again. Yeah, us Aussies are pretty awake at this time. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, what time is it? So it's pretty much prime time, isn't it? Alright, here we go. So I've got a staff. So the staff will burn the ranger. So the ranger is here with the bow. So we equip this statue with a staff. Somebody's already done it. So this guy here is also a ranger. So we want a staff here. Someone's already done it. Why are we all getting spammed with staves? It's about 7 o'clock. Yeah, obviously you've got each coast is going to be quite a few hours different. The hardest CM would be Doom, in my opinion. The rest are quite easy. You say that, but I'm not I'm not a raiding enthusiast. I'm not, you know, I don't have that community, so it would be pugging, and it's not easy when you're pugging because people don't know what they're doing, and they have to be taught every time, you know. And you don't even know if they've beat the regular version. I mean, presumably they're not going to sign up for a CM. I just used the phrase sign up there. Maybe that's what's important. What's going on? I don't remember this being such a pain in the ass. Did we get it? No? These racks are empty. This rack's empty. Maybe we did get it. Did we get it? No. Did we just fuck it up? Do we have to redo the whole thing now? Yeah, all the things are empty. We have to redo it. Did we mess it all up? No? Can we redo it? How do we reset it? I can't trigger the book. I've never failed this. Okay, so one person searches while the other person... here we go. Alright. So we've triggered her again. Alright, so let's try this again. Why was it we were missing just certain weapons? Did people get weapons and then just drop them on the floor? So look, I'll just try... I'm on a support build, but this stuff's also squishy that I can just DPS this, hopefully. So look, you only need to clip them like twice. And all you have to do is stand where someone's interacting with a thing, right? There you go. We got 2 of them in place here already. Sorry, I messed this up. He's running a static discharge and particle accelerator. Possibly surprise shot. And he has a rock dog, so he can just blow these things up. With F skills. Yeah, he just pinged him. There you go. Surprise shot and particle accelerator. I guess I can try and help. Oh, I got one. Sword. Okay, so the char with the sword. Oh, this is it. Here you go. Look, look. Oh, no, it's not. We need the staff now. Did we position these wrong? Why is the staff here now? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, maybe that's right. Maybe that's fair. So I have a sword, but we need the bow. Can each player only claim one weapon? Is that the thing? And so if someone messes it up and you don't have very many players, you're done. Can I just again remind people on stream, you can join us for this if you'd like. You can join us. We only have 8 people doing this. I should have probably swapped EU. If a rack spawns a ghost, it will always spawn a ghost. Ah, is that true? Well, that's a sword again. And now I can't trigger the rack. I don't have enough stuff. If I had air attunement. Oh, it's done, is it? No, someone said it's done and it's not done. Oh, are you serious? And now I'm going to need to put another AoE here. Oh, that guy got me. Thank you, Renegade. That one no longer has a thing. Do we need to reset it again? Look, there's 6 objects. Maybe we're just getting RNG screwed because we're missing the bow because we don't have enough people. Someone new just joined. There's a hard cap of needing 12 players for this, is there? Guild mission says minimum of 6. I don't think you needed that many. I mean, this is a bit sad. Maybe I shouldn't do this for North American people. Do you need to be in Spud? I don't think you need to be in Spud, but you can have a free invite to Spud. Alright, somebody says, can I have an invite? I'll carry you through. You're welcome. Alright, yeah, sure. Come along. Okay, that spawned a ghost. Alright, so staff here. Staff is good against the warrior. And he's got the sword, so I'm going to put the staff in here. Wait, what? Really? Oh no, sorry, so staff is against the bow. Oh, right. We're the humans. We're the humans. Of course we are. We want the char to die, so we do that. Okay, so we need another staff now. The guy that just joined, there we go, we got it, who said I'm gonna help is EU, and now he's saying, oh, what, you're North America, huh? You're NA? Every time, everyone is EU. Everyone that joins, they're like, oh, whoa, it's NA, okay, never mind. It doesn't matter what stream it is, what time of day it is. That's the situation. Alright, I'm on the pressure pad. Yeah, maybe Ratchy's got a point. We did do okay with... What? Ratchy might have a point that we did do okay with NA. We have had days where it's been okay with NA. I'm probably just a little bit biased. Hello? That's insane. Anonymous. Jesus Christ. Anonymous is back. Anonymous, who are you? Oh, this is a different person. You just haven't put your name. Anonymous tipped $50. $50. Have been watching your videos for years now and wanted to help out a little. Many thanks for all the content. Would love to see some newbie guides for new players to understand it all a bit better, as ArenaNet is lacking in this regard. All the best. You might be right that doing a set of newbie guides is a great idea. Thank you so much. That's really lovely of you. I really, really appreciate that. Wow. And listen, your request to do newbie guides. What kind? If you're in chat, what kind of newbie guides are you looking for? Do you is that the kind of thing you really want? Because I'm a bit out of touch with stuff that people really want as new, you know, as new players. I received a donation before that I missed. Did I? No, I read it out. It was Zenzi with a $5 donation. Oh shit! Oh my god, Myla Milk. Are they in chat? Myla Milk? They played with us, right? Oh no, I feel really bad. Are they around? Wait, but that was 8 hours ago. Were we live in the raid 8 hours ago? Just 8 hours ago? Oh, I never noticed. Where are they? Oh shit, how do I message them? How do I get their attention? Well, hold on, I've got to do this as well. Right, so this one's pretty okay. I'll do the emote. If someone triggers the thing. I'm going to assume that you guys know how this all works. So this one's going to be sit. Does it change each time? I'm going to have a quick look. You can probably portal and stuff. We need someone for this curtain, though. How are we supposed to do this? Well, basically what happens is we pull the thing, the curtains open, and you get a sneak peek at an emote. And then you have to... There's a corresponding curtain that opens here. And you're supposed to emote at that curtain when it opens up. So maybe you do need 12. You don't need 12 people for this, though, do you? 6 is enough. So the people saying 6 is enough. What's the situation? How do we do that? But you gotta. Everyone's got to be in the middle at least first. This Glint's heritage person is just clueless. Come, the people on the outside. You need to cut. We need 6 people on the curtains on the inner tier. Okay, Alt tab for Christ's sake, people. You need. You see these 3 players that are standing like this. This is very simple, guys. We need this, so someone's missing here. So one of you guys that's standing on the edge is wasting time. You got to come stand here. And then we all press F together. Here, look. Come stand in front of the curtain. Well done. Now, when one of us presses it, a dynamic event's going to trigger, and it's going to say 3 seconds remaining. We all need to open the curtains at once. Okay, so now one of you guys is not pressing the curtain at the right time. So listen, when the dynamic event comes up on the top right with a timer, all you have to do is press the special, not the special action key, interact, all right? You just have to open your curtain in the 5-second window, which is plenty of time. All you need for your telegraph is to see the dynamic event. You don't need to count down or anything. You just need the observational ability. Here, look, it's up now. To press it there. There you go, we got it. Okay, so now look at the emote. It looks like that's bow for me. And now we're going to spend these 30 seconds going to the corresponding curtain. So my one's all the way over there. And I need to bow. I just need to not mess up the jumping puzzle. Yeah, so this is how you do it with 6 people. With 12, you just have your extras stand waiting. So now, like, I bow, I think. There you go, and I've opened my curtain. All right? So now, all the other people need to open all of their curtains. I'm guessing someone has got bad memory or bad jumping, or they're not going to make it. So once you've done it, guys, just go immediately back to the central room. Anticipate failure. I'm the only one that's done it, but you guys should all be here right now, because when this ticks down... Look, we could be pressing F and going again, but you're all just standing around doing nothing. So come back to the middle. Or did we get through? Maybe we got through. Maybe I'm being a dick. No, we didn't get through because it would have given us a prompt. Come back to your curtain. Somebody open the coordination window, so press the thing. An ill-timed effort. Somebody didn't have the initiative to press the button. Stand in front of the curtain. Okay, we're all there. We're all ready. You're waiting for the dynamic event to appear. Okay, so there's there. So it's telling me to bow again. All right, that was not an ill-timed effort. We've got the 40 seconds. So I'm going to go back to my curtain now. And again, once you get this correct, go back to the middle because you can just assume that someone will mess up a jump or they won't have remembered what the emote is or they won't know how to type the emote or something like that. You can just spam through all of them, by the way, in the game. If you don't know what it is, just do jump and dance and whatever. Well, not jump. Jump isn't one. Sit. I don't know. Flex. Cheer. I still have a problem where I don't remember what the Guild Wars 1s are versus the Guild Wars 2 ones are. So 9 seconds. Somebody's failed. Okay, we failed again. Do you think ArenaNet will ever do a weekly event where you get special boxes for guild missions like these to give people an incentive to join guilds? That would be a great idea. I think that they should do extra stuff here. Someone doesn't know how to do it. Alright, let's try again. Just wait for the dynamic event to appear. It looks like everyone's in position, so I'm going to trigger this. Alright, I don't know what that is. That looks like dance, maybe. Maybe chat can help me out on that. If it's not dance, I'm just going to spam through them. I'm guessing it might be dance because his leg was moving a little bit. Dance? Yeah, it was dance. He looks like he's dancing a little bit. Alright. Curtains open. Back to the middle. I once had, in a guild I was once in, we once failed this guild mission because we spent half an hour in this puzzle, in this room here. It's the most simple thing in the world. But we spent so long just trying to explain this such a basic concept to people. It was like a room of about 30 players. And we just couldn't do it. It was the most aggravating, frustrating thing in the world to me. But the information is so simple. And I was getting a little bit of flashbacks there. But look, we knew how to do it. It was just we had to spam it. The problem that run that we failed was every time we failed, it was like, okay, let's chat for 10 minutes about why we failed. And the truth was people just needed to try it again to get used to it, right? Some people don't know how to listen or like retain that information. They just got to see it and experience it, you know, which is what I'm a lot like. That's what I'm like. So, you know, just roll through again. All right, so here, let's work our way down. So 2 people need to stay up top on these pressure pads. There's a pressure pad over there near that guy. You're going to go stand on that. And make sure that you don't get CC'd off like I just did. So you got to stay up. Okay, what are you guys... I guess I'll stand on it. Are you going to stand on there now, or are you going to wander off again? Alright, so now we go down. I'm going to raise this guy. You don't die to the poison, because people are supposed to stand on the pressure pads up top. They got you killed. And now what we do is we grab the... we kill oozes, and we grab their machine. Their stuff to oil the machine. So kill ooze, grab ball of ooze, put it in gears. Oh, maybe you throw it in a gear? Oh, maybe you just walk over to it and press it. There you go. And then with that done, you can come to the bottom floor. And now in the bottom floor, make sure that people stay doing the mechanics. Otherwise, we'll get suffocated down here. You're going to search in this for these items. And you place them over here. We're going to build this ram. So you're going to search rubble and build the makeshift ram to break through that door. And once the door's broken through, everyone up top can come down. But we got to get through the door. So we go this way. Still no one with common sense. People have common sense. Again, I mean, I did that whole rant about how I don't really believe in common sense before. Common sense to you is, you know, just someone hasn't been conditioned to observe the things that they should be observing for this specific content. It's not common sense. It's just your tool set is different to theirs because you've done other guild missions in the past or other similar content or whatever, or you have the confidence to have a bit more initiative while other people feel a little bit lost. They're not used to taking matters into their own hands, but that doesn't mean they don't have common sense. There you go. The makeshift ram has opened the door and everything's good, so you guys can come down now. Well done. And there we're finished. Accept credit. Maybe I should have waited before clicking accept credit there. No, there you go. Good. We got puzzle. That was only 1 commendation? I thought that would have been 2, man. I thought that would have been 2. So you can run deep. By the way, the whole area is super awesome. I love the environment. You guys did really well there, by the way. As short as I was with you there. You all did really well. And so... there's an extra chest we can get. None of this is actually puzzle stuff, though. But look at this. This is one of my favorite areas. I would love to shoot vistas and stuff here. The thing is, whenever I do it, I'm always, you know, in the heat of a guild mission or whatever. And I don't want to... I don't know what project I'd want to use it for. But I think this stuff is beautiful. A Beauty of Tyria video should have had a sequence here. So, yeah, we come down. You can grab the... There's a chest in here, I think. The statue teleports you back to the entrance. I know that much. Or leaves the instance now. Because it used to all be in the same map. When are we going to play activities on stream? I don't know. You're going to have to bear with me because we're doing a lot. We're juggling a lot of different aspects of Master at the moment all together. So just hang in there and we'll see. So lastly is this bounty. It's a hard bounty. We've got 9 people. I don't know whether we should even bother with this. Let's try it. You're going to have to split up, guys. You have to split up. Alright, I'm gonna look for barrels of ale in Gendarin. Just pick a boss, go to the map, and hunt for that boss on that map. You can use Wiki to find their routes, or you can use Taco. Those are my 2 recommendations. There's no need to do anything else. Just look for their routes on either of those places. And, We've got to kill a lot of targets, so we'll see how we run. Yeah, there's not so many people I think we need to do subgroups, honestly. But obviously that's a good idea for a lot of the times. I think a lot of the sorts of scalawag barrels are actually around water, so that might narrow the places I need to look in Gandaren. And again, anybody is welcome to come, and you can get guild invite. Anyone, you guys can join. North America, OCX. Pray that prisoner isn't bugged. You should look for her first. Okay, someone look for prisoner 9461 or whatever on that map. We only just got the other one, but there's only one RNG thing here, so we might be okay. Have you managed to finish Raid Wing 7 yesterday? I did indeed. With you guys, the viewers. Oh, whoa, that reminds me. Milo Milk, I guess they're not here. Hopefully they'll watch the VODs. I don't know, this feels so wrong. Milo Milk yesterday, one of the people I was raiding with, tipped $69 for the 69 wipe thing and said, thanks for the invite to the raid squad. It was super fun, love heart. That's all they said. But what? And I missed that yesterday. I'm so sorry for missing that yesterday. Did that appear on the overlays and everything? Listen, Milo Milk, I don't know if you'll get into this VOD. Hopefully someone will link this to you at some point. Thank you so much. I hope to see you somewhere so I can thank you more personally. You didn't even ask a question or anything. I think you played really well and it was awesome. Thank you so much. That's brilliant. So yeah, that is a big donation that I totally missed out on, and I'm really sorry that I missed out on that, guys. I think that's all that happened yesterday, though. As to the person who wanted the blood scourge thing, I will do that. Okay, Breckabrek. They're killing Breckabrek right now, which is good. I will show you the blood scourge thing in a second. Oh, the wipe counter spoiler. Sorry, yeah. We ended at 69. Whoever it was that reminded me to do a wipe counter right when they did in chat, genius. Because if I hadn't done that, and we'd gone a couple of kills in, I probably would have said no, because I wouldn't have known exactly how many it was, and I wouldn't have known who to trust in chat in terms of how many and stuff. So whoever it was that had the initiative to say it right then and there, and you managed to catch my eye with it, with how you typed. They really made that stream better than it otherwise would have been, because we wouldn't have had a wipe counter otherwise, and that wouldn't have been so fun. Okay, Breckerbreck's dead, so people are moving on. Look for the prisoner. Everyone that just did Breckerbreck, look for prisoner. Oh, all the barrels just disappeared, so I think someone just found it. Doesn't that mean someone found it? Yeah, there you go. Glint's Heritage. Good job, Glint's Heritage. Oh, he's near me, apparently. Oh, he's just over here. Genius. Sorry I called you clueless earlier. Taking it back. I can support you. Let's do it. There's no reason to delay this, I don't think. Or maybe there is. Oh, God. Let me... There. No. Oh, shit. It's Frost Aura I should have done. Let's break his bar. Oh my god, I miss. Hold on, let me sort this out. Let me treat this like fractals. Because we're probably going to want to break the bar really regularly. That's not a very good heat sink, but we'll get there. I'll plank buster him first. Alright, never mind, he's dead already. Good, so we got Sot, so prisoner is the next one we need. You guys look for prisoner. I will go to half-bake Kamali. Immerse inquest in a lava pool. Half-baked Kamali? Is he in the trees? He's not in the trees, right? Oh no, he has just a specific path that he walks in Mount Maelstrom. You know what? This might be the bounty I've done the least of. Oh, there's 3 of us already looking at Mount Maelstrom. Kuj says, I can help you organize a bit for the CMs, but I'm only available during weekends in the time you stream. Interesting. That's kind of cool, dude. Thank you. Yeah, maybe I'll take you up on that. That sounds pretty nice. Now, how am I supposed to know where the first where the taco route for the boss begins. Like, what waypoint? Maybe they consider it like one of the starting waypoints on the map, like Broken Arrow. Here you go. Yeah, Broken Arrow has one. So you guys can't see it, but right now there's a gold star that I'm following, which is taking me counterclockwise on Half-Baked Kamali's map. How much time have we got left? We got 14 minutes. It seems okay. If we... Ah, I found Kamali. Found him. Okay, Bard's waypoint, guys. I'll wait for a DPS before I trigger this. So I found Kamali. And then we've got Prisoner and we've got Thingy to do. Rocket says, I joined as well. I also can only do weekends. All right, sounds like we might have something going here, actually, then. So, hold on. Maybe I set up like a sign-up sheet for weekend CMs on Guild Wars 2 Master time slot. And we'll be quite strict about, you know, getting in there and starting them really quick kind of thing. Maybe we can try that. Right, I'll think about it a bit more off-stream before committing to anything, but that sounds pretty good. Would also join on weekends for any CMs you people need. Is this EU, though? Let me guess, one of you is going to be NA, one of you is going to be EU. What region are we talking here? Okay, let me go to... I guess I'll help with Prisoner now. Does he appear in Iron Marches? I guess, considering all the people in Iron Marches, she appears here. Okay, you're both EU. It's everyone's EU. All three are EU. Okay. Alright, everybody's EU. Here we go. We got a traditional route. Oh, they found him. They found the Prisoner. I think he runs around a lot. No, I can be any region I want. I can be any region I want. Oh, the ping's here. Alright, go. Sorry, I messed that up. Does Prisoner just sprint off all the time? Ah, he evaded it, really? Alright, break the bar, blow him up. What's the bug for this then, guys? What is the bug on Prisoner? I'll be curious. Okay, and then finally, we're looking at Tisa. Not sure what map Devious Tisa's in. Let's see. Devious. Look at this. Look at all this learning I'm doing. Look at all this learning. This is Frost Scourge. It can fail on start. Interesting. Okay. Right, Tisa, I'm guessing again. If I go to the Arundel waypoint, maybe it will show me a thing. Dossie says, if I would have said that, I would have already got trashed. Why is WPE US with the Dan's game? Yeah, probably Dusty. Genuinely, Dusty's 100% right there. He's 100% right. If Dusty had said that... But there's the thing, though. Dusty, you're at all the streams. So if you're typing that kind of stuff, it's like... I know that you're just whining, that you already know this information. It's not new to you. It's not actually a reaction. It's just to get a rise. So there's like there's that extra layer there. But if I don't necessarily immediately recognize someone as a super regular and they've said that, then, you know, I'll accept it a little bit more. But he's right. He is right. In chat there. Look, you're on a downwards hill, I guess. Alright. Yeah, people are asking in map chat if we've seen the bounty as well. Did I beat the raid yesterday? Yeah, we did. Not CMs, but we did beat it. Hey, WP. Not stopping long because I haven't finished day 26. Just want to say congrats on fixing the crashes, question mark. Yeah, thanks. They are fixed, but the cost is... A lot of the fancy graphics and stuff have kind of gone away for these couple of streams. But once we apply some crops or I get a new efficiency account, we can maybe fix some of that. So, yeah, hopefully it's just a matter of time before we have everything. I mean, there's so many cool things I'd love Cho to help me with. Like, the list is actually quite huge now. And I just, I don't know, I don't want to abuse their goodwill or whatever. I don't want to be one of those guys that's like, you can pay, I'll pay you an exposure. I'll give you exposure for your art and work. I mean, he literally does it just because he says it's fun for him. But, you know, I can't imagine. Everyone has a limit, right, for their enthusiasm. Like, I'm waiting for that moment with Darg as well. I'm waiting for Darg to be like, all right, look, I keep doing these audio edits for you, and you either don't like them or aren't using them. I'm out. Right? I'm just waiting for the day, and I'm dreading it, but it's coming. He made a an audio edit of, you know, I was talking about that judge case where people petitioned a judge to lose his position, and I was talking about the dangers of mob rule, essentially, and you know, the justice system is an example where the everyman doesn't know best, and there's a very real reason why we have you know, credentialed people to be our judges, and it's a difficult, painstaking, long process, and it's important that they are above the common man, because for the common man to deal out justice and judgment is just going to lead to misery, right? Like, it's a very important thing, and so petitioning to have a judge stripped of his position is a dangerous thing, even if you think it's justified for that particular example, right? And obviously, if you think that judges should be held accountable, they absolutely should, but to do it via community mass petition is kind of scary. And I was talking about how Reddit was applauding this, and how maybe the internet will affect the next generation's mindset in terms of just, if enough people say or believe something, if the number is high enough, the rest doesn't matter, which is, you know, very, very bad. Anyway, I was talking about all of that, but I was doing it in a very ineloquent way, and in a way that made it sound like I thought I was being intellectual, but actually wasn't, right? And it's kind of cringy. I hate listening to myself talking on the subject. I might even cringe listening to what I said a second ago. I really don't like the way I sound in that. But Darg sort of isolated it, because I guess he found it interesting, and put it into a little audio edit, which I really like the idea of, but as soon as you isolate it and propose putting up on a video, like he was proposing maybe doing it as a Concrete Duck production, and I really like the idea. I think he's got such a good mindset for what can become content. But when it's on its own, it's like, it's extra cringy, because it's like I think it stands on its own, and it's just not well articulated enough. It's not educated enough. It's not, so it's kind of scary. Anyway, so he's done this cool thing, and I'm like, I don't know whether I want to use it. All right, next is PvP top stats. We don't even have enough for the two teams. Even if we assumed every single one of these players would do it, which they probably wouldn't, we don't have enough, so whatever. There you go, guys. That's it. That's all the missions, pretty much. That's all the accommodations. So now, what we're going to do with Master is, thanks for the Ice-Blown Hero chest, I guess. We're going to do some crafting. So, oh, the problem was I wanted to get these disciplines up. Well, hold on. It's not a full problem, though, because didn't we get the focus? Yeah. Okay, let's go artificing. Why do I remember doing this? What was my problem here? Why didn't... Oh, because I need to get the Chiaroscuro recipe, don't I? I need to buy the Chiaroscuro recipe, which is going to cost a ton of commendations, I think it was. Wow, Taco has other stuff marked. It says to craft a plate of piquant plant food here. And it says to craft ley-infused tools here. And it says to make gossamer stuffing over here. And it says to make grow lamps, dragon hatchling dull ornaments, and Junolite electron ingots here. And plate of meaty plant food here. This is crazy. Is this like daily stuff? It's every daily craft is marked on Taco here. This is mental. It's like insane. I've already given my thoughts on yesterday's raid release a lot of times, so I'm not going to do it again, especially considering I want to do a video about it at some point. All right, artificing, shimmering, it's not there, so hold on. Let's go to a guild hall. We're going to upgrade Spud 2 here as well. Could I activate the easy bounty for you since it's done? Absolutely, I could. you go. I'll relaunch that for you, buddy. Enjoy. I'll relaunch a Trek as well if you guys want that. Trek's really easy. Just cheeky little commendation for you guys. There you go. Right. The Chiaroscuro recipes, I think we bought from the workshop. Give opinion on new raid now. It was good. It just wasn't as good as the Mystic Forge. That's what I think. There you go. That's my opinion. Enjoy. It was very carefully deliberated. No, this wasn't right. This wasn't where we bought this from. Maybe where we buy it from was the market. Oh, by the way, I do want to show you guys something I've been working on. If you look here, crystalline ingots. We've got almost 150. We're 3 short, okay? So we can almost buy the Tengu, the Worker, the Lobber, the Bristleback. We could almost do this. Obviously, we need insane amounts of commendations. 75 commendations per mini? It's literally like... That is genuinely 7 weeks or more. Oh, it's so stingy with these. I'm gonna have to do these. I'm gonna have to open these chests. We're gonna have to get people that understand. I mean, Christ. Anyway, yeah, not ingots. But I'm saving these up anyway at the moment for the tonic and the mini from Dragon Stand itself. I just want to get those done, and then we're pretty much finished with Heart of Thorn. So we're getting 500 just for those rewards on the map itself. Then we'll start looking at this insanity. But, what was I going to do? Yeah, the weaponsmith. No. Where the hell did I buy the Chiaroscuro recipes from? Do you guys remember? These we could now afford one recipe for a guild thing. Armor. I'm sure someone's telling me in chat and I'm not looking. Right, well, anyway, let's look at our mails here. And let's look at, more Spud 2 upgrades. Let's just quickly roll through these. So the market, we're at the market right now. We can restore it for monument decorations. So let's pick that up. So monument decorations, add special decorations that can be inscribed with custom messages to the basic decorations merchant inventory. So we get this, 500 memories of battle, 25 steel chisels, 25 craftsman hammers, and 50 Alonian wine. Beautiful. Then we're going to go to the tavern. And we're going to get scribing for guild gold and magic find banners. Do you think we get a new currency with the next raid release, seeing as people think this was the last POF raid? I can't imagine that that's the last POF raid if we're going into Season 5 now, which is still Path of Fire. I'm pretty sure that we'll have at least 1 or 2 more wings. It may not have been their initial plan for this to be, for there to be more than that during Path of Fire, but I certainly think it's a thing now. Alright, we want the Guild Gold and Magic Find. Obviously, there's lots of stuff we could qualify for right now, but this is what we want. We're going to learn to craft schematics to manufacture banners that offer allies 10% boost to gold gain, 15% boost to magic find for half an hour. We need to be at tier 2 tavern. We need the guild gold from kills. We need the magic find separately. And then we also need smooth paper, 20 of, mithril ingot, 50 of, cured thick leather square, 100, 20 crystals, 10 ecto, 100 elderwood planks, 50 gold ingots, and 77 essences of luck. Cap that out with 5,000 Ethereum and 300 favor. Boom. I should have done these before missions, but whatever. And then lastly, we're going to go over to the arena and spend a ton more Ethereum for arena brawling with the free-for-all fighters. So here's the arena. And the proprietor is... is right here. So we grab this. Free-for-all fighters. Add a free-for-all coordinator to the arena, allowing for teamless brawling. This is the good one. Vial of potent blood, 300. 500 is incandescent dust. 50 PvP potion rewards. Wow, well done to the people who have been donating these. And 500 opal orbs. There you go, good. Okay, so we got that. Now, where do I get the Chiaroscuro thing? Okay, I can activate the medium guild trek for people now. I guess I'll abandon that, since they don't want to finish it manually. Oh, I just turned that off, and I feel like people were actually still doing something. But someone whispered me, so hey. Shit, what's wrong with me, guys? Why am I not figuring this out? Let's go to Lion's Arch. Would be great if they made Heart of Thorns and Path of Fire mandatory for Season 5 so that we could get a usage for Heart of Thorns masteries again. Look, that's a nicer thought, right? But come on, man. They're not going to do that. That's going to be uproarious for most people. You want me to have 2 expansions and now there's a gem gate? It's not going to happen, man. It's not going to happen. Let's buy a world event for Spud 2 here, by the way, because we've got lots of favor, so we'll just pick that up for a second. And that lets them pop like a tech or something. I'm genuinely mind blown. I'm gonna have to go to Wiki. I thought this was basic. I thought it was so basic I would have figured it out, or chat would have told me. Shimmering axe, whatever, fine. Recipe, the Chiaroscuro axes. Recipe comes from Guild Initiative Representative. So no, you're a guild. I don't understand. It's one of these guys. What? Guild Initiative Representative. Yes. Who are you? Is a guild weaponsmith located in the Guild Initiative headquarters and in guild halls. Oh, maybe it's because we're on Spud 2 and we don't have the upgrade on Spud 2. Maybe it's because I'm repping Spud 2 because we're on NA and they don't have the tier 2 guy yet. I would have thought they did, but maybe they don't. So hold on, let's try Spud 1. Here we go, now it's here. There you go. It was basic. It was just a pain. Okay, so we're going to spend all 10 of our commendations here getting the Shimmering and the Tenebrous Focus recipes. Okay? So, the Chiaroscuro Foci, we've now got that. So, we unlock that recipe. By God, that's a... It's a lot of commendations, because it's commendations for the original focus, then it's commendations for the recipe, then you craft it, and then it's commendations for another focus for the other alternate version, which of course we can't afford right now. But let's get our first one. At least, you know, let's begin this. I guess focusing on Chiaroscuro weapons is maybe not the best thing in the world to do. Maybe there's more immediately gratifying guild mission rewards we can get first. There we go. So Master Artificer. Here you go. So we got the Shimmering, or we've got Tenebrous. Which one do you guys want? These are pretty special items. Let's see. So Tenebris looks like this. Okay. And Shimmering. The idea is one was for each guild hall. Back when Heart of Thorns came out, whichever guild hall you picked changed the loot that you got. You're all going to say Shimmering, aren't you? Because it's got the flashier effect on it. Alright, and you guys want the hard trek as well. So let's re-rep this guild. Which trek is still active? This one. Abandon. Then turn the hard trek on. There you go. Yeah, they both look a bit meh. I agree. Alright, Shimmering, I think it is. So, we just need an ineffable Orichalcum imbued inscription. Which is going to take 5 Orichalcum dowels. So, the Prime Ineffable Inscription. Why is it called Prime? That's weird. The name of the item is different here. It's called the Prime Ineffable Inscription here. But here, it's called the Ineffable Orichalcum Imbued Inscription. Do you see that? I wonder what the phrase Prime is all about. Anyone got any insights on that? That's going to be some real geeky nerd credit to know what that is. Maybe that was a concept they were playing with Heart of Thorns. That's quite interesting. And then the Shimmering Focus. Here you go, watch for this. That's a lot of work to get that right there. I like the icon. I really like the item icon. So now, if we want to get the Shimmering one, we need to buy a new guild focus, which is more commendations. So what we can do is we can either spam through the entire Shimmering set or the entire Tenebris set, or we can very slowly like double up every weapon we get. Anyway, the reason we got the focus is because Liz has Artificer maxed out. She doesn't have the disciplines for these maxed out, which she's got to do next. She's got to work on those. Got to do Huntsman and Weaponsmith. And in that way, we can save, you know, the soul binding issue. Oh, somebody did have a theory, though. And it was to put, to put these into the account slots, but they won't go in the account slots. They did have it. Well, let's just try and put them in the bank, because that was a theory. Oh, but I don't even have the accommodations to trigger the recipes, so whatever. All right. I think that's a whole lot. I think that's the set. Look, that's actually been a pretty good master day, to be honest. We got reward from Amnoon. We got reward from races. We got reward from guild missions, which were a pain. We got some mastery stuff done. Some AP from Thunderhead Keep. We got a lot of stuff. Join me tomorrow. We're kind of doing a bit of a leapfrog thing here, it feels like. Tomorrow for the conclusion of the Sky Scale. This will be it, guys. Tomorrow, we are getting the last Sky Scale thing complete. Where is it? I don't know. It's somewhere. Anyway, Goric has messaged us and said, yo, do you want to learn how to fly your dragon? Here you go. Riding Sky Scales. This is it. This is it. Look, there's only 4 boxes. This will be tomorrow. Riding Sky Scales. And we will be done. So, yeah, that'll be good. Druid Stone won't be tomorrow because Druid Stone I want to do on Sundays or Mondays. I'm guessing if we're setting up CMs for weekends, then that means that Druid Stone will definitely be more of a Monday, Tuesday thing. And obviously tomorrow's Thursday, so. Do you have the Sky Scale? Yeah, I am 20 branded masses away from the saddle. So much grinding. No, I don't have it. But when I get to that bit you seem to think is grind, I think I'll just auto do it. Because, let me just have a look here. The streams are always the same time, 9 o'clock in the morning for my time. You can translate that into yours. If we look over here, you've got 300 of these, so I should be clear. 300 ingots. I'm definitely clear on that. I think you only need a stack of ore, let alone ingots. I got a stack of shards. I've got a stack and 50 of Mystonium. I've got 1,152 branded masses. I've got almost 2 stacks of the newest currency. So these are just sitting around. So I'm assuming that I'll just finish it straight away. Because as far as I remember, it's a stack of each, and I've got all of that. Right, let's cap off the stream with responding to the donation request from earlier. I'm going to talk a little bit about Blood Scourge. So, there is one piece of quite crucial information I don't know 100% on the Blood Scourge topic. If we've got some PvPers in chat, I'd love to hear their insights. Who was it that wanted this, by the way? I hope they're still at the stream. Where are they? Zenzia? Are you still in chat, Zenzia? Okay, I'm just going to assume that they are. And I'm going to do the talk because... yeah, okay, he's in chat. All right, so here's the thing. There's 2 main ways of doing Scourge, right? One is about damage, okay? So the way we dig into this is the Grandmaster. If you pick up this Grandmaster here, Demonic Law, Torment you inflict deals increased damage and causes your foes to burn. It's an extremely aggressive Grandmaster. And because you've got this Grandmaster, you're on small shades, right? Because the big shade is the other one, Sansavant. So, you can spiral the rest of the build around this. If you're taking this, then you want damage, okay? So, Deadshot Amulet is really solid damage with a little bit of vitality on there to help you get support from, you know, a firebrand if you're in that situation. A lot of the time, solo queue, you're not, and the firebrands you'll find in solo queue tend to not be very good until you're high-rated queues, and even then, it's dicey because people know how to rotate around you very well when you get to that level. But it's all kind of about the damage. So that's this variant, and, you know, you're going to pick up Soul Reaping to take Doomfire, right? And you're going to roll through with these, and you're going to do as much damage as you possibly can. This is the DPS version. However, you can swap instead, and instead of running, sorry, I think you take Curse. I think you take Soul Reaping anyway. Instead of Soul Reaping, I'm pretty sure it's Curses you drop, isn't it? Here immediately, you're seeing. I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure you'd keep Soul Reaping because you want Soul Marks. Yeah, you keep Soul Reaping, right? So, this has a really crucial trait, right? Getting Life Force from Marks and Unblockable Marks is really strong, right? So, you're going to keep Soul Reaping regardless, right? But you can swap Curses off, which is where you're taking a lot of your extra damage, right? And Corrupt and thing. And you could go Blood instead. And so, Blood, each minor in Blood is super powerful, alright? Dodge rolling, you're bleeding, you're gaining Life Force, you're applying regeneration, I guess, to a certain extent. Which is, you know, minor, right? But look at this. Still life whenever you strike something. And while you're in Shroud... no, not while you're in Shroud. That's a different trait. And then Last Rites, right? As long as you're alive, people don't bleed out. So that's like... This is essentially... Okay, this is such a strong trait. Think of it this way. As long as you're not downstate and you're in the team fight, you're near someone's body, it's like... You're reviving them. You're healing bodies just by standing there. You're healing enough to counteract their rotting, which is massive. It's really powerful, and it means a lot for people getting access to their bandages and stuff. So Last Rites already just on its own, but also it gives you extra healing power based on how healthy you are. So they're very, very strong, but then if we actually look at the traits themselves, you can pick up Ritual of Life, which is when you go to revive someone, you splash a well on you. It's a heal skill, okay? It's this heal here. Now, if you look, it's a lesser Well of Blood, but look at that. Initial self-heal, 4,110. So when you go to res a body, it heals the fuck out of you. It won't heal that much everyone else around the body, but it heals you a ton. So that's great for sustaining you to get those reses. That alone makes this a really good trait. It's a nice trait for that. But also, it drops the well on the ground, which will tick revive % on people. So you can revive extra fast with this because of the well. The well is AoE. You can get double bodies with this. The lesser Well of Blood is extremely strong. It's been nerfed several times, but it's still strong. It's even a light field. So if other people blast in it, they'll cleanse. So like if an engineer is downstate, eventually he'll use his downstate 3. And that's a blast, which if you're rezzing him, he'll cleanse poison off himself with his own downstate 3, right? There's lots of little things like that. So, yeah, the lesser Well of Blood, super strong. Next, Vampiric Presence. This basically means you and your allies around you do extra damage and you sustain yourselves a little bit better because you're stealing life. This trait is the main way you identify what kind of scourge you're against, whether they're a blood scourge or a curses one, because blood ones, you'll see this icon here, that green bat. Otherwise, you won't see it. This actually does reasonable pressure as well, in terms of just lots of little flat packets will start rolling out, right? And you can share that to lots of people. It's a very strong trait. And then finally, the ultimate is transfuse, which means whenever you press your F4, for me it's R, the garish pillar, whenever you do this, bodies will teleport to you and continue teleporting to you for the next couple of pulses. And revive on those pulses. So this is revive, then you press F and you drop the well at the same time, and it revives even further. Okay, so there's a lot of like resustain and heal synergy here. Okay, so if you go bloods, what you would want to do is you don't want to go small shade. Okay, instead you can pick up sand savant. Now what sand savant does is it means your shades, where any individual shade will affect more allies, right? So you barrier more allies on the individual shade, and it's got more range, so it's got better support capability in terms of helping people. You could, I suppose, run Feed from Corruption, but honestly, Sand Savant's very strong. Also, what it does is it combos, because each individual shade you drop counts as 3 now. So now when I do this, it's like I've got 3 lesser shades, and what that means is my Scourge Minor, Blood as Sand, is instantly at max value for me, okay? Which means I'm a little bit more sustainy, so I can do my support stuff a little bit better, right? But yeah, so you take the big shade. You wouldn't take Sadistic Searing anymore. You would take Barrier whenever you manifest a sand shade on people. So now you've got your big shade that barriers people at a good range, okay? You're going to keep Nourishing Ashes, okay? I don't think you'd swap to Abrasive Grit here. I'm pretty sure you're going to keep Nourishing Ashes because you really want Life Force, okay? As for this stuff, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't change this section. Maybe you'd run Vital Persistence for increasing your incoming healing, maybe. But Fear of Death, come on, I mean, Life Force is OP. So I think you would just keep this. This would be your traits. And again, I'm not an expert on this, and I'm not reading off of Meta Battle. I don't know what the established parameters are everybody else likes. As for runes and Amulet, Sage is really strong. If you check it out, it's got good power on it, which is going to buff stuff like your Vampiric Presence, and it's going to mean while you're in Sand Shroud, you're getting value, right? So you could run the Sage Amulet. Also, the healing power increases the barrier that you get. You've got the Vitality on there. You've got a bit of healing power. I mean, it's great, right? This is a brilliant amulet. The only thing you're missing is a bit of crit chance on there. Maybe you actually round that crit chance out with Death Perception? No, you don't. Surely not. Anyway, that's Ferocity, not crit chance. No, it is crit chance still. I think you still run Doomfire. As for the rune, I'm not sure. I feel like I would like Traveler on if I was solo queuing. The move speed's really OP, especially on a Scourge. Helps you kite and move around. I just really like this on low mobility classes. I mean, if you were running both of these utilities like this, maybe you wouldn't run that the same anymore. I mean, at this point, you're probably looking for hard and fast rules, but I think you would just change things up however you like. You could run Revocation. Revocation Sigil's really good on Scourge because it combos with Nourishing Ashes. So Revocation procs ripping a boon, and it gives you Life Force now. So Revocation Sigil is like extra good. So yeah, I don't know. I like Escape. I also like Cleansing on the staff. Annulment's good on the staff because, again, you can mark someone from range unblockably. Rips 2 boons, give you Life Force. And obviously, these skills are just so important to keep you alive. But yeah, what other rune recommendation can I make? I don't know, honestly. Maybe you can go more of a Condi rune setup. Again, you're going to get better advice from people who play a shit ton of this. As for utilities, these are amazing, right? The Trail of Anguish is so versatile. Stun break immediately. Like, you're going to want like 2 stun breaks on a build, okay? And if you run this, you've covered one of them. But it's a bit of swiftness for you. If you're Traveler rune, obviously you're going to value that a little bit less. But it's stability. It's an AoE corrupt around you, which is, again, even more life force. You could trail the fire behind you and in a team fight and get people to walk in it, so it's extra pressure. It's just, there's about 1,000 things. It's such a nice skill. And on a pretty low cooldown too. Even if you're not trading for it, it's pretty good. Spectral Walk is, like, literally, I think, the most OP Necro utility now. Probably. You can save your life by juking people. Like, if you spectral walk and you run away from the fight and someone's trying to kill you, what do? Do they follow you, trying to pressure you the whole way? Well, then you just spectral return, and now they've been eliminated from the fight. Do they anticipate that you're going to return and not follow? Well, okay, now you've left the fight. On top of that, swiftness. On top of that, massive cleanse. On top of that, stun break. On top of that, life force. Like, what a fucking power crept skill. This skill's insane. I cannot imagine running a Scourge build, or any Necro build, a Reaper build, a Core Necro build, without Spectral Walk. It does so much stuff now. What a crazy skill. Love it. And Corrupt Boon I'm, like, in love with too, but maybe on a Blood Scourge you could run a different setup. Obviously, lots of people like Spectral Armor. I'm not going to poo-poo that. Obviously, lots of people like Sand Swell. I'm not going to poo-poo that. You can go for it. Even if you're playing Well of Power, I don't think it's too bad. I don't think that Well of Corruption is too bad either. But I think this has more playmaking potential for those, you know, if you're caught on a side node against someone spamming stab on themselves, to Corrupt Boon straight into a Garish Pillar or whatever is just pretty goddamn strong. The heal you could maybe change to the Well heal, Well of Blood. I like Well of Blood as a heal. I think it's very good. And your res potential goes completely insane with it. I think I would still run Ghastly Breach. Ghastly Breach is so strong. That's how I'd run the build, genuinely. That's how I would do it. I would stay with Torch. I would stay with Scepter. I would stay with Staff. Staff is pretty much non-negotiable. And that's how I'd run a Blood Scourge. I would say that this build is very good for getting into PvP. Because not only can it do all this stuff and you can teleport bodies to you and there's a lot you can learn with it, the moment-to-moment experience of the builds can be quite brain dead. And that's good, okay? That's good when you're new because it means you can think about rotations and positions. Like, literally, I don't have to engage my brain much to spam these marks on this guy and use my shades and stuff. And, like I'm just pressing buttons here. You can pretty much spam whatever you like, right? And you do big damage. That guy would have died much faster if he was using WASD as well, right? And look, I've got plenty of life force. You kind of just can run around, right? I mean, you have to think a little bit harder to get good value out of Corrupt Boon. You have to think a little bit more about certain things, but I mean, it's such a strong build and it supports people very heavily with res potential. I think if you've definitely got Firebrand support and you trust them and you know them, it's 100% better, even at high rated, no matter where you are, to play Curses. So here, I'm going to lose this, right? But it's not a good matchup for me, and I wasted my elite, and I had no Shroud or anything left, right? But even this guy, this build that I just died to, this is a really squishy Mirage build that would have melted if he'd already been in a bit of an engagement and been a little bit lost. Like, this is just a really strong build. So yeah, there you go. There's hopefully a nice complete answer for you. And the season just kicked up, guys. It's a great time to get into PvP. The season literally started a matter of hours ago. It's crazy money, and it's lots of fun. So yeah. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you for more Guild Wars 2 Master tomorrow.